Thanks for starting us off, Emily. In addition to what Emily said, I am going to continue discussing why it is beneficial for children of all ages to own a cell phone. We believe that cell phones prevent children from being kidnapped or attacked. Adults believe that children walking with a cell phone will stop a predator from attacking them because they can dial 911 when they feel like someone is following them. Police Officer Hanson of the Kentucky Police Department said, if a child is kidnapped, they can dial someone in their phone book and scream out different descriptions of the predator to help give a lead. An eyewitness can snap a picture of a crime and send it immediately to a 911 operator, who will then pass it along to the police with information about what is happening. Secondly, cell phones do not have tracking devices, so knowing where your children are depends on what they tell you. This gives children responsibility. When given a cell phone, parents should make rules to enforce the importance of communication with them. If a parent threatens that the phone will be taken away if communication is not used every hour, then that gives the child responsibility to call home more often. Although cell phones may not have tracking devices, children are more inclined to answer a phone call from their parents when they are calling than to find a phone to call them on. Thirdly, cell phones are not addictive in any physical or biochemical sense. Using them may be a psychological addiction, but just about any enjoyable activity can be addicting. People can become addicted to television, Facebook, video games, junk food, sex, sports, instant messaging, and much more. Cell phones also teach children time management. If children are on their phones 24/7, they won't have time to complete assignments for school. And if that is the case, this will teach them time management skills. Yes, you can be addicted to cigarettes because they contain nicotine, a substance which causes physical addiction. But cell phones don't have any chemical interactions with the body. They can just be fun to use. Fourthly, some parents don't get their children's cell phones because they believe children are becoming illiterate due to the high use of them. But children are not becoming more illiterate. Recent media stories have played out two sides of an ancient argument. As Socrates takes on the invention of writing, he states, it will create forgetfulness in the learner's souls because they will not use their memories. They will trust to the external written characters. Due to this, children need to learn when it is appropriate to use text message lingo and when it is required to use proper English. Cell phones are not making children illiterate. They're just making children lazier. And lastly, some might say cell phones can lead to bullying, but unlike bullying before cell phones, it is difficult to get people to listen to you without proof. Bullying comes in all forms, and despite efforts to end it, only limiting bullying is a possibility. Yet with cell phones, evidence can be reported to police and school officials to make sure proper steps are taken against bullies. It also appears, sadly, that reporting bullying to parents and authorities isn't always enough. For example, nobody believed 15-year-old Julio Artuez that his teacher was verbally abusing him, so he took a cell phone video that revealed the teacher's repeated insults and threats, and the school administrator said 14-year-old Kayleen was lying about her teacher's bullying until she captured their cruel comments on tape. Bullying has become a high-profile national issue, and many schools now say they're committed to stopping it. But words aren't actions. And kids frustrated that their schools aren't protecting them are being forced to fight back. A major tool in this fighting is the recording equipment. Parents need to take responsibility when bullying does occur. They need to talk to their children about text bullying and why it is wrong. Children need to be told that if they ever are the victim, that it's not their fault and that they won't be punished. They should not respond to the bullying, but instead should save it to report to a parent. If the message is sexual or threatening in nature, they can report it to the police, who can trace it and take legal actions if necessary. These are the reasons we believe that children of all ages should have cell phones. Cell phones make parents' lives much easier so they don't have to worry about their children's safety at all moments of the day. Children can learn responsibility by having a cell phone, learning how to manage phone bills, and knowing when it is appropriate an appropriate time to call their parents to make them not worry. Also, children are not becoming more illiterate due to cell phone usage. They need to learn time management eventually, and this is going to give them a head start in the future. Eventually, every person, whether 12 years old or 70, are going to have a cell phone. Why not start now and learn the responsibility behind having one? Lastly, the cell phone bullying debate. Bullying is going to happen regardless if you have a cell phone or not. It is the parents' responsibility to teach their children the appropriate things to do in case of a bullying incident. But if a child is bullied through text messages, they have proof to show an adult, unlike bullying on a playground.